So most of y'all know 21 Savage went on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And he basically started throwing shots, man. He calling people out, calling out Thug, everybody, right? Throwing shots. I don't care what nobody say. He definitely was dissing in some aspects. And in other aspects, he promoted peace. Either way, he did an uncharacteristic thing where he really just, start really going out there and airing out, let's just say, family drama and calling people out in those situations. Well, there's been a lot of conversations around many different aspects of it. Some people cool with it, some people ain't. I'll let y'all know my thoughts about it. But Joe Budden Podcast and them was talking about it too, and so I'll mix my comments and thoughts in with theirs. But let's get started.
Yes, tweets. Yes, 21 Savage tweets.
All right.
While his album is out.
Tweets. All right, so this started with...
he said a bunch... Mute up, Mark. Enough of your NPR head ass.
Sorry, I was giving you the tweets.
No, don't give me
Don't need no evidence.
Operating without that shit. It's personality and character, damn it. Yeah. 21 Savage said a bunch of shit that we've been saying and we thought he should have been saying to people, and he finally said it. He tweeted at Lil Baby, he tweeted at P, he tweeted at Young Thug, he tweeted at Gunna. Who else did he tweet at? Am I missing anybody? Quavo and Offset. He did a whole, just like the name of his album is The Streets Are Done.
What happened to the streets?
What happened to the streets? So,
well, he tweeted at those names. He didn't tweet the right pages, but that's
he tried.
He tried.
He tried. And Future, but not Future.
Yeah.
And Future, but not Future.
Mm-hmm. And what was his messaging in these tweets?
All right, now we can find the tweets and actually read the tweets.
There we
go. Now we can actually find the tweets and read the tweets.
What was the overall sentiment?
But the sentiment was how he's just been standing on business, remaining solid for the purpose of Atlanta. He said, P, you know I had a problem with you. I told you that to your face. But because you were the one signing all of the young niggas, I never said nothing publicly about you because that would have fucked up the money in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So I never did that. He said, Offset and Quavo, y'all niggas know that. And in his Big Bang interview, he kind of spoke to his role and kind of being a peacemaker in Atlanta and how that never kind of gets heard. Mm-hmm. So the tweets are on par for some of what he shared in the Big Bang interview. He said, Quavo, Offset. All right, go ahead.
To Quavo and Offset, he said, y'all niggas tell the world I put y'all on group text and told y'all squash it before it even got far. Nigga, if y'all was still together, y'all would be unstoppable. He says to Lil Baby, you're one of the realest young niggas out this shit. Admit Slime was moving the goalposts and we were standing behind him because we love him, my brother. I like that tweet.
Well, it ain't just Slime moving the goalposts. Everybody moving the goalposts. If y'all standing behind them, just because you like them. And I'll just say right now, one of my problems with this is, first, why is it coming? Is it coming because his album wasn't doing that good? And secondly, why does it need to be on the internet? If you was the dude working behind the scenes, keeping the peace, stay like that. Honestly, nobody really asked for this. Nobody asked for this. Now they got this, fuck the streets movement. Okay, I got you. Okay, I guess. Cool. Is it a PR thing? Is it real? There's a video him and Future got on FaceTime. Quavo and Offset got on FaceTime. All right. Everybody singing Kumbaya. That's all good and well, whatever. Timing is questionable. The reason is questionable. And the authenticity is questionable of everything. I get it. But why now? If you cool with moving behind the scenes, being that guy, why all of a sudden is you airing all of this out? If the way you dealt with P was not calling him out publicly because you didn't want to mess the money up, why bring that up now publicly?
To Gunna and Young Thug. Y'all niggas fix that shit. Y'all love each other. You knew Gunna wasn't no gangster when he told the first time and we swept it under the rug for you.
He's spilling tea.
Yeah. You know he wasn't.
Told the first time and we swept it under the rug. So these niggas is just, they all corny, man. I don't care what nobody say. And I know people, the internet talk has been how 21 is the realest, or I guess seem like the most solid. say what you will, man. I feel like if he was a part of it, then he's kind of just like them, right? You got to take some points off of that. Now I get it. It ain't his job. Well, no, it really is. Because if you're going to call out things, or if you're going to call attention to the snitches and talk down on people who snitch, but then was part of sweeping it under the rug when it's somebody you cool with, then you're a hypocrite, man. And you got to be called out for it. That's why the streets is dead. Fuck the streets. It's because of dudes like this.
But facts.
I love it.
You know he wasn't trying to leave you to hang, nigga. Fuck the streets. We ain't get shit but trauma from that shit. To P, I told you to your face you did wrong at the party, but I never bashed you on the internet because it would have made the city look bad because you was putting all the young niggas on, and that would have fucked the money up. And then it's the future thing where it looked like a sub, but it, I guess wasn't. But he says, I apologize, my brother. I should have called you first. Us.
It was a sub.
It was, yeah. He just apologized. And now they're all tweeting, fuck the streets.
Oh?
Young Thug, 21.
Great.
I respect that.
Can I add
Wonderful.
something?
I think this is great.
From the Big Bang interview, one thing that stood out to me was they're talking real fast, and Big Bang says to 21, "You are a call and squash it ass nigga." Like he almost like make a joke about it, but that's like real deal. He's known for that in that area, to be the one that calls and tries to. And that guy is important. I feel like nowadays everybody want to look so motherfucking cool, and especially the worst thing that ever happened to us, the whole unbothered thing. Everybody act like they don't care. I fucking hate that. People that are most unbothered are the most hyper vigilant, watch every little thing, most bothered people. I hate that that's like a thing that people push. So I like the fact that a grown ass man is like, I'm gonna say it in front of you, in front of everybody else. Now what? Because what's the worst that can happen? Like, how offended can you be for me telling you exactly how I feel and the shit that I say behind your back?
And it's like, if you're mad, you're mad.
Yeah, what the fuck you gonna do?
You can't call me phony.
Feel however you want to feel about it. I'm saying things that are true. I'm documenting it now. It's not just behind the scenes keeping.
He said you can't call me phony, but ain't that what it is? If you calling other people out and calling other people rats and doing all this and that, but at the same time protecting somebody you like, that's phony. That's phony. I don't care what nobody say.
Shit is secret. I think that's important. I do.
I think your intentions are important, and from what I could muster up, his intentions are 1,000% genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this don't got nothing to do with me. I told y'all niggas to kiss and make up, and y'all niggas would be unstoppable. I did that for y'all, not for me. You know what I'm saying? If I come between two niggas that could potentially shoot each other head off, and you got to be a solid and respected enough nigga to even broker that deal.
Where they both listen.
For these niggas to listen to you, you already got to be standing on something for them to even take you seriously. I just think it's fire. I really think it's fire.
Well, and for me, I agree. That solid point is true for every one of those tweets. For him to have that conversation with P, for him to do the group chat with them niggas, for him to say what he's saying to Wham, for him to, it's 2021. All you ever hear about him is him being solid. This is more of that to me. But again, I'm saying that from New Jersey.
Yeah, this is where I diverge. I don't think it's being solid, but because why look, don't get me wrong, you putting it out there, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna comment on it. But if your MO has been to move behind the scenes, to not be messy, to not be public, to deal with things privately, why out of nowhere do you do something like this, which could be considered messy? Why do you just don't call these dudes and talk to them like always? Why not? If this is outside of your character, you went outside of your character, outside of yourself, did something, you broke your MO. Okay, cool. We here, we talking about it. And now we finding out that all of y'all been, full of shit to a certain extent in one way or another. And look, everybody got some stuff, right? Everybody got some stuff. Everybody, most people will make concessions of certain things when it's somebody they like, depending on what it is. But remember, these is the loudest people in the room, especially when it comes to snitching and the streets. It's the streets. They screaming about the streets and the snitches and the this, and we don't mess with the rats and the ratting emojis. Think about what Doug did with Gunner, man. The ratting emojis and all this and that and that and this. And y'all already was sweeping stuff under the rug. But you going out here projecting this image, trying to turn all these people against a certain person, and for what? You condoning this shit for real, for real. I don't look at this what 21 is doing right now, especially because of how he moved. I don't see it as being stand up. I just really don't. I don't see it the same way, man. I just see it as a bunch of hypocrites doing hypocritical shit. Honestly.
I don't know how I would feel if I were intertwined in that, or if I were in Atlanta or had business in that.
My only question I had when this happened was why right this second?
Why not?
No, none of this is brand new.
Right.
There's been plenty of time. Like I said, you put them on a group chat. Why are you tweeting this? Anytime I see something on the internet, I always ask myself, why am I finding this out right now? What's the real reason behind it?
I feel like it gives, like, y'all should know I'm this type of nigga. Like, y'all should know. Like, it should be highlighted. Motherfuckers should big them up for that. When people like this in the hood stop people from killing each other. People do exist in neighborhoods, huh?
I saying, yo, your album just dropped, so you want to get a little buzz, so you're going to throw the shit on Twitter to make it a conversation piece, knowing that your album just dropped?
Yeah.
And I get that, right? But that's actually thorough shit. So you should be able to brand your shit off of that. You should be able to get some buzz off of you being a thorough ass nigga in real life. I'm going to expose what I do behind the scenes because I got an album out. Because I happen to be a real nigga. Watch this.
Nah. I don't know. What is they talking about? If you a real nigga and you thorough and you usually move behind the scenes, y'all gotta help me. I'm slow, man. Y'all gotta help me out. How is going from that to publicly exposing things? How is that keeping in line with you being a real nigga and moving behind the scenes? Especially if the reason is because your album's not doing what you wanted it to do. Remember, that's the reason. It wasn't because one of these dudes came out and said something or did something or called 21 a lie. I can see if he was responding to somebody who came at him or some type of way, right? And he had to clear it up publicly, right? Somebody come at you publicly, I think it's fair that you clear it up publicly. I think that's all fair. But if the reason is you need to get some traction on your album because it ain't doing good, so now I don't put that in the thorough category. I really don't. So now you got to air out quote unquote family business and drama, or things that you just to get some traction on your album. I'm not seeing it the same way they seeing it, man.
And the album's called What Happened to the Streets. Like, it's all tied in.
And the tone of the album is, yo, what happened to the streets? So y'all niggas can't say I'm saying all of this stuff on the album, but I'm living something behind closed doors, because behind closed doors, I stand on all the shit that I'm saying on the album. And now all of y'all can attest to it. I never said nothing about it, but y'all can attest to this is how I'm really moving. I think it's fine.
And
great point.
And right, like if they remained quiet about certain things, I mean, 21 is acknowledging that Young Thug video was nuts. That Young Thug tape was nuts, yo. Mm-hmm. So I mean, sometimes you standing on something, and then inconsistencies start to show, and then it looks a certain way, and now it's like you have that mirror, you kind of pit against
somebody,
this shit that you've put out there when that's not what you're doing. That's not what you're doing. That Young Thug tape was absolutely nuts. It's good to hear somebody in Atlanta recognize that was nuts, and the explanation was nuts.
And the fact that he said, yo, we moved the goalpost for him because we love him. I think everybody does that. I say that all the time. We all do that shit.
Yeah.
So to hear him admit it,
I loved him saying,
I love that.
I loved him saying we knew who Gunna was.
Facts.
Accountability.
Facts.
Accountability.
Real.
It's not
what the fuck is these dudes talking about? Yo, I can't. This ain't accountability. What are they? Am I missing something, bro? Am I missing something? Where is their accountability at? All I hear is hypocrisy, man. All I hear is bullshit. Y'all was trying to hold people to a standard, knowing damn well you wasn't holding your own friends to that standard, but you putting it out there like this is what you about. And in this case, 21 was a part of it. So how is that thorough? How is that thorough? We gotta fucking see Joe and them ain't addressing 21 in this situation. And the fact that he was part of this shit and what that means. All right, he might have done some thorough stuff. He might be the quote unquote peacemaker, this and that. But why y'all not talking about the fact that he was a part of all this too? Now, he been quiet for the majority of it, but and then only time he really want to address it is around when his album come out. Because if that's the case, because his album ain't doing well, that's not the that's how is any of that thorough? How is any? It's just not, man.
Not a bunch of really savvy street niggas continuing to be fooled by caricatures or people that don't belong in that setting. No, you're not. Street niggas, some of the most brilliant people in the world.
Thanks.
Some of the most intuitive, some of the brightest, perception-wise, could spot it 10 miles before it happened. You didn't just keep getting tricked by non-street niggas. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. You knew he was, owned the shit. Great. I love that he said it.
1,000%.
Yeah. And all that shit need to be said. It does need to be said. From people that the kids listen to, look up to, from somebody involved, connected, like it said, could broker that. I thought this was very well done. I didn't even get to why is he doing this right now.
That's bullshit, bro. If it was about that, now he want to talk about the kids and shit. If that's the case, come out and be like, listen, man, the life we was living and promoting, it was bullshit. And fraud, we don't even hold our own people to the standard that we claim y'all should be held to, or the standard that we expect you to hold somebody else to. We didn't do it. We were hypocrites. We were full of shit. Y'all shouldn't be that way. Like, call yourself out. Call yourself out for being a part of the bullshit. What is Joe even talking about? Again, maybe I'm slow and I ain't getting it. I'm missing the point. It could be going over my head. But based on what I'm hearing, they making excuses, man. They making excuses. There ain't nothing about what I'm hearing that's commendable or that's stand up. Nor is what I'm hearing accountability. They're not even holding 21 accountable for his role in this. It's like they don't want to really say what needs to be said about this type of stuff and about this whole situation, about the intentions, about the roles that these people played in this, about the fact that they put things out there that kids follow that has led for many to a mindset that led to people losing their lives because of this. And these are the same guys that don't hold themselves to that fucking standard. But go on the internet and act like they do. No, it's bullshit, yo.
I just always ask. It's just, again, I don't want to, like, I'm taking away
better late than never.
That shit is amazing what he did.
And I feel you on that.
Clear. I just always ask that question.
I feel you on, okay.
I just always ask that question. This has nothing to do with him. This is just a thing with the internet. Because I always like to see what's the motive behind doing it right now.
I don't mind the internet games if they're good.
Right. That's why I'm not knocking it. I just want to be very clear.
Nobody wants to answer Ice's question. And I said this is like, I think, a second time going down this road and they want to get around it. But what's the motive? That's a good question. That's a good question. And none of them want to answer it.
That I am not knocking what he did.
My blanket answer for that today is anything I see on the internet, I'm supposed to see.
Now we got to do blanket answers.
That's how it should go, at least.
Yeah. Most of the shit is calculated. Most of the shit is a plan. Most of the shit is a company behind a company. Most of the shit is a shell company. Most of the shit is a publicist. Most of the shit is coming from a lawyer. It's coming from whatever is there is so people can see it. That's my blanket surface simple answer. Now, I'm done getting into the weeds of it like we used to.
I think people are a little bit more strategic with the internet too. Back in the day, you might get drunk or high or whatever and just start tweeting some shit. Right. I feel like people know not to do that.
People understand the risks now.
Yeah, it's true.
They don't do that as much.
Even the tweet and delete seem intentional.
There,
it is. Yeah. Like we saw Christian Combs.
All right, they start going off into all that other stuff. Look, man, if you want to have a fuck the street movement, that's all fine and dandy. I think it's a good question to ask. Why now? Why has someone whose character hasn't been to be publicly messy, whose character hasn't been to expose behind the scenes stuff publicly, why do they do that now? Seemingly unprovoked, seemingly, right? I could see again if one of those guys or anything came out publicly and said something or questioned his authenticity or questioned his intentions and motivations, and he had to respond publicly, right? That'd be something else. Also, letting us know about the things that y'all knew but glossed over, but then to see how viciously y'all attacked this man publicly, that says a lot. And the fact that nobody said anything, so y'all was just going to continue to let Young Thug and the whole internet feel like Doug was justified in this and people was justified, and y'all already knew his character. Y'all knew what he was about. You said it happened before and y'all swept it under the rug. But it's okay to tear the man down. This ain't to justify or be on Gunna's side, but damn, man, right is right, wrong is wrong, bro. That shit ain't thorough. That shit ain't thorough. If you was going to call him out, you should have called him out at the beginning. All these dudes is hypocrites and full of shit, man. And the Joe Budden and them podcast, taking this angle, I just think that's bullshit too, because y'all not really addressing what this is really all about and what it means for them being entertainers, for them having young people that look up to them that may follow their lead. Y'all not talking about that. What do you mean it's not for you to talk about? You just take it for, come on, man. They don't really want to talk about the issues. You know? But all these dudes is full of shit, man. And honestly, to me, this, if 21 was that guy that deserved that type of respect as far as being that guy, whatever his intentions was in this, whatever was the reason, knowing that he was a part of the sweeping the stuff under the rug, but still pretty much allowing Gunna to get his back kicked in, right? I feel like that you got to lose some points for that, man. And for me, I don't care one way or another, because none of these dudes do I really like. I'm talking about public perception wise. You got to lose some points for that, bro. You got to, because you ain't say nothing and if the only reason you saying something because your album doing bad, that's sucker shit, bro. That's sucker shit. I wonder how Gunna see all that. But y'all let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.